Hey everyone, I hope you have enjoyed this video about my Sunday reset system, and I thought that it would be very useful for everyone if I created a little template for you to go through the system if you want to try it out yourself. So here's a template and you can find it down here in the description, and I hope that it's so useful to you. Okay, see ya! I just came back from the gym and it is the summer here in Vancouver where I live, so it's quite hot right now. But let's get into the video. Have you ever wondered how to stay organized throughout your week? Have you ever started a Monday completely overwhelmed by all the tasks that are ahead of you and without any clear path on how to take on all of them? Well, today I am bringing you a framework, an organization system that I use for organizing my weeks and resetting my life, as I call it, and this is my Sunday reset. Many people ask me, how do you stay organized throughout the rest of the week? And my number one tip would be honestly to have a Sunday reset. Essentially, what I personally do is I use a couple of online calendars. So I use a Google Calendar for my side job and another calendar for my full-time job. And so at the beginning of the week, ideally on Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening, or at the latest on Monday morning at like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., I like to go through my week every day. And then I have a physical calendar, a little bit like that one that's right there in the fridge, but bigger, where I note down the commitments that I have for that week. So essentially, I go through every day, one by one, like what is happening on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I note down if I have certain meetings with someone for a certain thing. And then I start thinking about am I already prepared for this meeting, or do I have to add another hour before it to maybe prepare for it, or do I need to have a meeting with someone that is not scheduled? So that is when it comes to meetings. And professional life, I also time block my tasks into my calendar. So when there's a long task that I need to execute on, for example, edit a grant, and that is going to take me 1 hour. So that becomes a slot in my calendar where I put 1 hour of grant editing. Then after I am done going through all of my professional commitments, like all these activities that I have to do or other meetings, etc., I also go through my personal commitments. So for example, I check, do I have a doctor's appointment that week? Because I usually go to either the physio or the dentist or the chiropractor or something like that. So if I have one doctor appointment that week, like on Wednesday, and then I realize that in my calendar I also have another one on Thursday, I usually cancel or move one of them around to the week after that or something, because I don't want to be going to the doctor twice a week in just 1 week. It's just too much for me. So I like to see all the commitments that I already have, all these meetings and appointments that are made and stuff, and kind of audit it. So this gives me a way to anticipate, do I really need to have this meeting with my dentist, or can I just push it? Do I really need to see the chiropractor? Maybe does my back feel really bad and I actually want to see the chiropractor beforehand? Do they have free slots? So I go and I book, etc. So that's when it comes to other appointments that I have with other people that are in times that are not flexible. And then something else that I do is I schedule my personal time. So for example, is there any activities, mostly workouts, that I want to do? So for example, I personally run on Thursdays and Tuesdays, and sometimes Sundays or Saturdays. So I run on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or Sunday. And if, say, that week I'm having an event on Sunday and I can't run on Sunday, then I'm gonna move the run to Saturday. or maybe it's a long weekend and I have a holiday, a family or friends trip that I'm going to on Friday, then I'm going to maybe try to get more workouts in through the week to kind of like make up for that. So I also organize like my exercise routine and my exercise week at the beginning of the week to know when I'm going to exercise and also when I'm going to shower. As a girl, I strategize a lot around like when I'm going to wash my hair. So I wash my hair almost every time after I run. So this means that if I don't plan for a workout and then I need a shower, I feel like I could have gone for a workout. And so these things, I like to schedule them beforehand. So I schedule not only the day, but what time of the day, for example, do I want to work out. When I used to be a student, I was able to go to the gym during the mornings, but now I can only go after 5 p.m. or if I want to get a early morning workout, but I usually don't do that. So thinking about like what time of the day can I fit this certain activity and what would I like for that day. Also, as a woman, I also plan around my menstrual cycle. So for example, if I know that I'm in my follicular phase, I usually get a little more like needy during that time. So I want to see my friends and I want to have like community around me. So I may call like a friend or I might text them and be like, hey, can we hang out on Wednesday? Hey, can we hang out on Friday? Are you free this weekend? What are you gonna do? So this overview of the week at the beginning of the week also helps me see if I have free time to give to my family or if I have free time that I want to invest in working more or working out into myself, whatever it is. Also, maybe going on a date with my partner if we have been having really busy weeks and we haven't spent a lot of time together. Maybe we plan, on Saturday we will go on that date to that night restaurant that we like. All those things are really useful to just plan at the beginning of a week and kind of like start the week fresh, knowing what's gonna happen and not having to every day come back and check in with yourself what exactly is happening that day and why. For example, right now we're going to plan my week with me. Right now you're seeing my calendar for the week and my private personal calendar. This is not my work calendar, but it does have some work things. So here I'm trying to post a short for YouTube every day, so I have a reminder to do that every day at like 8 a.m. So with Google Calendar, you can set automatic reminders that will get renewed like every day. I'm going to create another reminder for task. Over here, you can select repeat and you can select when you want it to repeat, maybe every Monday, every beginning of the month. And so you can kind of automate reminders for yourself for a certain task that you want to do. For example, I automate the reminder for myself of my morning routine, which I will do more complete video in the next video right now. So check that out if you're interested. I also have reminders of tasks that I have automated. So for example, my runs. Here is my run for Tuesday, my run for Thursday, and then my run on Sunday. So using a calendar that is digital is so useful because of the fact that you can automate these like repetitions week after week. If I go to the week after, it's here again because I have automated this to be repeated every week on Tuesday at this time with this color and everything. So I can easily color code. Also, I can easily drag things around. For example, if I can't make it to my chiro appointment on Tuesday and I want to move it to Thursday, and so I call them, I rebook it and whatever, then I can just simply come to my calendar and drag it and put it in the day that it is now. The limit of a physical calendar is that you would have to like kind of like erase what you did or maybe like start again if you did it with markers. But when you have a physical calendar, it's so much more versatile because you can simply drag things around really easily. and you don't need to worry about repeating your entire beautiful calendar that you did by hand. Also, as I was saying before, it has automated reminders. So for each task, it has a 30-minute before reminder. So you can automate when you want to get this reminder and whatnot. I have a reminder for 30 minutes before, and then I also get reminded 5 minutes before the time of the event. And this is extremely useful for those days when like the other week I forgot I had a physiotherapy appointment. So because I got a notification on my phone that I had an appointment that I had forgotten about, I just got on my bike and biked there really fast. I didn't lose my money, and I also got an appointment. For example, this is a task that I have automated with my partner. So we clean our house every couple of weeks. So this is our house cleaning party. So Sunday planning kind of resets the mood for the rest of the week and gives it a more grounded zen energy. It really lets me know what I'm gonna be doing. It lets me see if there's any conflicts or if there's anything that I don't want to do anymore that I had planned. The flow of the week usually for me is I plan, or I always kind of try to plan on Sunday evening. Then on Monday, we start executing. Tuesday, executing as well. Wednesday, things calm down a little bit and I take it a little bit easier. But then on Thursday, it's again more execution. And then I usually like to go a little slower on Friday, especially afternoon. I am pretty much in weekend mode already, but then I make up for the fact that I don't fully engage and execute or plan on Friday afternoon because I work on Sunday afternoons. If you want to know more about my weekly routine and how I organize every day a little more in depth than in this video, then check another one of my videos that will be posted soon, and I will see you around. Much love. So Sunday planning kind of resets the mood for this used to happen to me when I was a little kid. No, I didn't. So if you're interested in knowing what my Sunday reset, so excuse the mess and the sweaty face and the sweaty hair. And so for example, I go fucking hell. And so this gives me some because as a girl, I